Listen, it's back to school time. The greatest feeling in the world is when you tell your child to get up and get ready to go to school. School's back in session. Get your ass up, get ready to get on that bus. But while she left to get on the bus, I decided that I should watch some wrestling from this week because I got a few days off, so I got a few days to watch this shit. WWE. Creatively, it's not a secret that WWE has not been clicking creatively. They have stifled themselves to scramble to write stuff for the foreseeable future of the whole year because this shit is not even planned out. And when they have injuries, one thing about that Unreal show that pissed me off this week is the fact that they scramble so much when things go wrong, when all you have to do is just look at the situation and then everything can turn out right. Now, Chicken Sandwich, one of my listeners, wanted me to watch the Triple H press conference after SummerSlam. I was like, all right, I appreciate you, Chicken. I checked it out, and what I said and what I seen was Paul talking about people getting over, talking about certain people who work their way up to earn those spots. And when I watched this show after seeing that, I shouldn't have done that because it just made me mad. Because you're sitting here talking about if you can get over than Roman, if you can get over than Cody, if you can get over than Liv, and you can get over than this person, that person, then the spot is yours. What about LA Knight? What about him? See, they don't have a clear direction for LA because LA can't afford to take another loss, a very significant loss. If he's going to be in a championship match, he better win that motherfucker. But you creatively wrote yourself in a corner. Yeah, you want to push him to get a championship match, but he's not going to win the title. You put him in these segments with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline backstage, and Roman saying, "Don't touch LA, I'll handle him." How? Roman is finna go and defend his championship against a luchador on September 14th or something like that on Monday Night Raw to go head to head and compete with AEW and what they have going on that exact same day. So you want to get a leg up on the competition because they counter programming AEW. That's not going to stop. So they put Roman on this show to go up against a luchador, which is fantastic because it's something new for Roman, and we haven't seen Roman interact with other people like that. We've only seen him interact with stars like LA Knight, Seth Rollins, so it's nice to see Roman go off on a side quest and go compete and try to put over somebody else. I like that idea. Your world champion being put all around the world to go up against talent. This is how Roman should be used. He shouldn't be used in a storyline until one of your top main programs like Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank. These things require Roman to be in a feud with somebody like LA Knight. So I think that they're trying to put LA Knight into this number one contendership, but at the same time, Roman was right. What have you done? You see how when perception on TV goes into real life and people ask the question, what have you done? And you look at it, what have you done? Because he hasn't been written in no side quests to where he can get wins over top contenders in the division to go up against Roman. Then Roman wouldn't have had to ask that question, what have you done? It's been clear since Unreal that Triple H is not high on you. It's clear that Triple H is very contradictory on what he's talking about because you got other people in this company who are over, yet they are not given the chance to be. want to sit up there and be frustrated by reporters asking real questions here. I don't know. Seth wasn't on the show. He's from Iowa. They gave that man the night off, and his wife came out there to confront a person who doesn't defend their championship. And then WWE edited out a line because I'm guessing that Becky went off script and said that you're not even the best world champion that Dominic has slept with. So they trying to be edgy, and they trying to be good. I don't know. We'll see how all of that goes. Another thing that just... creative. It's creative. On one hand, I'm happy for Cass. I am. I'm not mad about him. I thought that he should have been pushed like a monster back in the day, but the act with Enzo was so good that it just helped. Maybe they're trying to introduce both people at separate times, because there are reports that Enzo and Cass was at the Performance Center a few months ago. Fast forward over in today. Now, if Cass would have came in and had that spot with Trick Williams over on SmackDown, I would not even have a problem with Baron Corbin winning that championship. But it's the wrong person. They should have swapped it out. Cass should have been the United States champion. He should have been the one that goes after Trick Williams. If you're doing that, if that was the plan and you trying to do that, go ahead. But I don't see how that's going to help anybody out. And what dawned on me on Monday is when Baron Corbin beat Trick Williams for the United States Championship after Baron Corbin hasn't been with the company for years. Came back on his first PLE back with this company and beat a young upcoming superstar like Trick Williams, who could have elevated that championship, and that title could be ushered and used to help younger talent come up and have feuds and be ready for the main event, WWE main event scene. That's how these secondary championships were supposed to be used, and that's how they were used back in the day. Why you think people like Eddie Guerrero, Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Triple H, The Rock, Stone Cold, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage, before they were world champions, they won and established a secondary title to get them ready? Because back then, if you were a booker and you want to see if this guy got what it takes to be the world champion, you give him the United States Championship. You give them the Intercontinental Championship, and you let them run with it for a couple of years. Oh, man, they doing such a good job. I think it might be time for me to put them in the main event scene. And then they go to the main event scene, and they don't win the title outright. They beat other main event contenders to establish themselves in the heavyweight championship ranks. And then they go on to face the champion. Whether they win or lose, the story that's being told is that you're creating a new star. What sense does it make to get Baron Corbin to beat this man, take his championship, all for you to be like, okay, well, Trick Williams has to chase for the championship? It's the same thing with Braun Breaker. Once he wins that championship for a second time, what is he going to do with it? Because you're going to be bored with him now. So you're not going to want to see him with that championship any longer. It's the same thing that happened with Braun Breaker. I'm sick of this shit. And then on Monday, another person returns, Cass, and he goes after Javon Evans. Why? An up-and-comer who has no championship. Why? He hasn't really been established on Raw like that because he's not consistent every week on Raw, not even cutting a promo. So why would you go after a young talent who's trying to get himself established already? Cass comes out there and beats the shit out of Javon. And then Michael Cole got the... It's like, well, why? Why go after Javon? Have you noticed that Corey Graves didn't say shit when that man came out there? Didn't say a goddamn word. The show just had me just like in a flux. Um, Sol Ruka should be the Intercontinental Champion. She could defend that championship against people like Roxanne Perez, Ivy Nile. These people like that, they're not even featured on TV, bro. Not even just to be opponents, not to have a wrestling match on TV. You can't have that like on Monday Night Raw, just a wrestling match, just to see if these people can get over. I'm looking at Main Event, and they got all the talent that they should be putting on TV on Main Event. Yet these women are being just used the same every single week. And I'm not sure if you can see my cruiser. You see that girl's face? Bored with that shit. You see this man's face? Bored. What is going on here? This girl won the Intercontinental Championship, yet she can't even cut a fucking promo. It's all about the woman who don't defend her championship. Girl just won the goddamn thing, and you ain't gonna even let her have a promo. You ain't gonna let her have a program. Becky Lynch came out there and was like, I don't want that little championship. Get that shit out of here. I want that one. Just devalue the whole thing that you worked so hard for to give this girl this championship. A championship she should have had a long time ago. Raquel is better than Liv. Yet the Intercontinental Championship got like, man, get that shit out of here. Ain't nobody trying to challenge for that. I already made that famous. I want that one. Why would you do that? When Stephanie came back, I was so happy. I'm so happy that she's back on TV. I'll just say that. God damn, she looked good on Monday Night Raw. Another thing that just pissed me off, I may rant for a while. Y'all know how I feel about my Braun Breaker, Gunther, Javon Evans, Ethan Page, Jordan Grace. I love all of those people because I think they are the future and they should be highlighted. Now, if Braun Breaker was pushed and kept elevated and kept at that level of being elevated, this would mean something. It will mean something. These are the two people who are going to usher in the new generation. That's a fact. You have to push Braun Breaker now. You cannot wait 3 years and then he been with the company for so long and you say, oh, man, we can trust him. That's another thing that Triple H said in his press conference that pissed me off. Fuck you, man, for real. You said that, you know, we put it on people whom we feel that, you know, is that person ready? Will they take the ball? Will they run with it? You know, are they mature? You know, can they live up to their end of the bargain with staying out of trouble? And this, that, and the third. You gave everything to Braun, and Braun knocked it out the park. That man want to do this. That man want to be here. He wants to be the guy. There's nothing else for you to try to figure out with this man being in the main event scene. So why is it that after the Unreal thing and people online is like, bro, Braun is the person that you should have went with, but you stopped it. And then when Oba came up, oh my gosh, look at how big and tall he is. Let's give it all to Oba. Let's give it all to him. It's the same push. But they're not putting a championship on the line because they're scared. I don't know why. I don't know why they don't want to like go all in on Braun. Braun is ready now. You could cut the tension with a goddamn knife. I was like, please just, and even if this happens and when it happens, who you think gonna win? Who do you think gonna win? It's gonna be Oba. Oba cannot take a loss. Not after what he just did. He can't lose. Any match feud you put him in, he has to go there. But I want to see this. That man don't want to be no tag team wrestler. You sitting here talking about the future, and you got the future right here, and he was here 3 years ago. 3 fucking years ago. Just waiting. And now this motherfucker talking about some more you do. I will usher in the future. I will usher in the future. The future. Man, Braun took offense to that, and I liked it. This man don't need to be no tag team champion. He doesn't need to be involved in this silly chicanery with this girl here and this boy. Braun needs to be focused on people like him. But he's not. And Braun knows that I should be in that top spot. And I think that Seth Rollins Roman Reigns match was kind of like the end of that book, that chapter with them. And now I feel like they're gonna like go in on some younger talent because of the way that this show was set up for that. Especially with this. This was highlighted a little bit too much. Braun, man, it just pissed me off. Because if Braun was kept strong, this would mean something. Because everybody knows that Braun Breaker is being misused. Talking about some fucking work harder. That's another thing that Paul said in that press conference. Chicken sandwich chicken, man, you done got me hot because I'm just going to keep talking about this shit. That's another thing that this motherfucker said in this press conference that pissed me off. Work harder. If you feel like you... let me do my Triple H voice. If you work harder. If you feel like that you're not in the spot that you're not supposed to be in, work harder. How a person's supposed to work harder? Okay, so Trick Williams didn't work hard. Carmelo Hayes doesn't work harder. How about Axiom and Frazier, that tag team? They're on main event. Yeah, they work harder, right? Damian Priest said, why are the same people in the main event? It's because personal relationships with the booker. Triple H, he's your friend. Why you think all these people are having their retirement tour things? You mean to tell me that KO comes back after 17 months and wins a #1 contendership to go up to face another 40-some-year-old guy? It's all 40-year-olds. Look at the champions that they have in WWE. Majority of them are over 40 years old. That's a problem. That is a hella problem. Right now, you need to get youth. I keep saying that. You need to get these young people to come and watch this shit. And these folks right here can be the people to do it. But if you're just so focused on people who are in their 40s and just want another shot and want another a chance, like Nick Aldis, like Kevin Owens, no offense to Kevin, like you came back, I'm happy for you. But, man, you did not need to come back in that type of capacity. I don't know what they're trying to do, but whatever it is that they're trying to do is fucking everything up. Please focus on the future. You have to focus on the future here. Like I can't stress that enough, man. And every week you got the same like these TV they're formatted so that they can be boring. I did not enjoy Monday Night Raw this week. Besides this right here, I enjoyed it. But even after looking at this and just being like, okay, let me realistically calm down now. Now, what's the outcome of this? Braun Breaker went to Paul Heyman and was like, yo, where he at? I want that motherfucker. I want to beat his motherfucking ass. You know I'm finna go up against Oba, right? Paul was like, yeah. You know I got to do something about that, right? Yeah, you do. Where is he? How do you think I know where he is? I don't know. You've been all chummy with him. I want to see where this goes. I want this tension to build every single week. Every single week. But the thing is, I want Braun to just destroy everybody. I want him to take this championship, give it to your boy, and be like, find somebody to be a tag team partner with you, cuz I'm going singles. I don't want this shit. Fuck that. You do it. They did it to me. They did it to me. When Logan Paul got hurt, they gave me this fucking championship. I don't want this shit. You find somebody to be your tag team partner, cuz my eyes are over. You want to be chummy, huh? You know I'm finna fuck Oba up, right? You know that. You know that, Paul. Why you want to be friends with him, Paul? Huh? Can't even look at me, can you? You can't even look at me. You done forgot all about me, huh? Yeah. Brock went back to the farm and you just hanging around back here talking with your friend Oba, huh? You know I'm finna beat his ass, Paul. You know I'm finna get him. You know, you know I got to get Oba, Paul. You know I'm finna go get him, right? You know I'm finna go get him. This is the best part of Monday Night Raw. Everything else, not for me.